Ooh, so this has been like really multi-layered, and I wouldn't be surprised if you guys were feeling the energy, because for those of you that I have talked to or touched in with, you've been feeling it since signing up, and today the energy's been really strong. So um a big part of what I'm guided to do with this is to actually it's talking about we talked about going into the masculine and feminine inner balance within ourselves, but also for those of you that do have like a twin flame or divine counterpart connection or any form of like a spiritual connection relationship like that, we're going to invite that energy in as well. And so everyone may experience that different as your own internal energies or as potential counterpart that you know about. Or if some of you haven't had that experience, that may happen here today for you. Um, but we're actually guided to go into the core wound. So the core wound is like, think back at a time when there was no wounding and everything was peaceful on the planet and everyone was connected to their highest self and to source. And then there was like the fall of humanity or the planet, and how I've experienced that in my own energetic field. So I experience it as myself as this form of Danielle in this life, but then I can see the ripples all the way back to the beginning. And through a series of things, I've been able to work with that. And they really kind of parallel, because a lot of us, like, we came in this life to clean up those wounds from back from the beginning and, really come into a time of peace on the planet. I don't want to say we're going back to it because we're creating something totally new, because we're so different now because of all of those experiences. You can't really forget all of those lifetimes of experiences, learning through pain and separation, but reuniting it in unity with those peaceful parts of ourself from before. And it's like all the magical aspects and our own higher connections. So, but in my experience, that original core wound can sometimes, it's like, well, think of it, it's like, in my experience, it was the most painful because it was something that we did not have any bandwidth to understand or comprehend. So in my experience, when I experienced that original separation and pain, I went into emotions I never experienced and went to hopelessness. And in that life, I actually let myself die because I didn't know how to recover from it. Like, now we have tools, unfortunately, or fortunately, to deal with lots of traumas and things. But imagine being able to bring all of that peaceful parts before that to walk alongside all of the ways and things that we've learned. Um, so with that, there came in, we're going to be working with any sabotaging energies that we may have experienced, and or any of our own resistance to this is going to sound funny, but I think you'll get it. Sometimes we have resistance to the sabotaging energies because why wouldn't we want to resist what feels like it's holding us in prison, right? But that also can create that Chinese finger trap where the resistance within us actually is what keeps us stuck in the tug of war. So we're going to work with unraveling both the sabotage energies and our resistance to it, so we can calm that down and be able to work with our more own inner neutral energies, work on some of the fears and things that were related to the original fall, and bring that peacefulness and divine love back into our system in a deeper way, is what's been coming through. And we're going to be working with this life, the ancestral fields that you were born into, past lives through the timelines, and also any multidimensional or cosmic energies because not all of our lives or energies have been only on Earth or in this universe. So this is why I said it's like a lot, it's big, but I'm ready and I was guided to share this in this way, which doesn't surprise me why so many of you showed up and felt that call to come in. And I'm open. I know I said I was going to get right into it, but I did want to share that if there's any like quick questions before we go in, or if you want to talk at the end, you let me know. Did that help, Brittany? Okay, cool. Okay, I figured. But yes, so we're gonna go into this. I will tell you, depending, I'm very open to continue doing this work if you guys work with it and feel like you want to keep a group going. I mean, you're not obligated to come to everyone or anything like that, but if you feel like this is supportive for you, at the end, you let me know, or over the next couple days. How does that sound? All right. Okay, so again, get yourself comfortable in whatever way works for you. You can sit with your feet on the floor, connected with the earth. You can lay down. At some point, you might want to lay down. You might want to get up and move around. Whatever your body needs, as long as you feel like you are still receiving the energy and is supportive for you. Again, like I said to you, with my style, we open up the energies, and the intention is always that your highest self knows what's best and you're going to receive exactly what it is that you are needing. So I may share things I'm seeing and sensing throughout it. And if that resonates with you, absorb it. But if your higher self and your subconscious has you working in another field in that moment, just allow my voice to become supportive and trust that you're getting what you're needing. And again, that's where the recording might come in handy. You might find down the line at a later date, tomorrow, next week, that you receive a different part. You'll get it all today, but it'll go deeper as you work with the recording. Does that make sense? All right, loves. Get yourself comfortable, and I'll have you take a nice deep breath into your heart. And just inviting the sacred essence of our highest creator and your highest self to support this entire transmission and session today. Welcoming and inviting the sacred essence of our Mother Earth, our home planet, connecting in with your own personal soul star and earth star, opening up the ancestral fields, past life fields, and the cosmic fields, and also welcoming in your highest self to support you throughout this entire experience, as well as your sacred masculine or sacred feminine counterpart essence, your own internal sacred feminine and sacred masculine energies, as well as your inner child. We invite in the support of the Divine Mother and the Divine Father to work with us through this transmission. And we're just gently asking that any areas or energies connected with sabotage and resistance, the energy of tug of war internally or externally, begins to unravel all the way from the roots. and supporting the space for each person. To allow those energies to begin to dissipate with the intention of supporting and healing the original core soul wound and reinstating the sacred contracts. And I feel that there may be some areas where some of the aspects or energies were a bit frozen. And so we're just going to hold space to allow those to thaw gently. What I'm kind of sensing is some of those entanglements were caught in the frozen areas. And this is how we survived when the pain became too strong or too intense. We froze it. But now you're in a safe space and ready to allow it to thaw and unravel. So we're just going to gently allow that. And all of the places and spaces that thaw or dissolve and open and unravel, it makes more and more space for your true core soul energy to be freed from the inside out, as well as allowing the beautiful divine loving energy to pour in all around you. And I'm seeing and sensing a beautiful, strong golden energy coming in to support. Would just like you to continue to gently breathe into your heart. And with each breath, envision or intend, if it resonates with you, to activate your own inner fire and light in new ways, reigniting those original soul energies that may have gone quiet or dormant or buried in pain. As we allow any pain, any resistance, anything that you've been carrying in your system that's no longer necessary for you, let's just allow it to dissolve. Feel quite a bit moving Definitely feeling a bunch of space, especially in the solar plexus, that's ready to open up and allow more of your energy and your power to come online. Any places or spaces where your power or your life force may have been given away or siphoned unknowingly. Because some of the other things that happened during the fall was that our energy was diverted in other ways that we didn't know or understand. And so we didn't have the healthy boundaries in our system at that time because they weren't necessary until this point. So as that opens and we invite your energy back in, we're going to ask also to drop deeper into your system those healthy energetic boundaries, the ones that you've been working on. That will support more interdependence and also helping you and supporting you and feeling safe and stable. And as I said that, I feel guided to hold support for any aspects, whether it's from other lives or from this life, like inner child, inner teen, that may have felt out of control of their own destiny, imprisoned or entrapped in situations where we had no choice but to just comply in order to survive. I want to bring in some support and reassurance if you're aware of any of those aspects or energies in your system. That we work to support those. You may even find that your inner child aspect is a similar energy to your past life aspects. You found a similar thread with what we're working on now that kind of runs back through all of the lifetimes to that original wound. So we're going to ask to dissolve any of the distortion within this. And also each of you, should you choose to, with your permission and on your behalf, we do not agree to any of the old sabotaging energies, any of the false energies, giving away our freedom, our life's force, or our sovereignty in ways that we're knowing or unknowing. Reclaiming our full freedom and sovereignty, life force, energy and essence. True partnership, reciprocity, camaraderie, respect. Restoring back to those original blueprints and rendering all other contracts not in your highest alignment null and void. You have the power to decide what you will and won't participate in and what you do or don't agree to anymore. Feel the energy and the essence of the Divine Father and the Divine Mother coming in to support the systems in a deeper way. These are the pure, supportive essences of a father and a mother. And even as our parents did the best that they could only offer to us what they had in their system. And so many of them were deprived as well of the level of support that we all deserved. And you can allow this to come in any way you desire, or that comes in for you. But I see it, the Mass Divine Father energy comes in as a very beautiful, deep bluish green color. And today the Sacred Mother energy is coming in as a very, very light pink, almost white pink. And just allow yourself to receive those energies. I do feel the support of Saint Joseph and Mother Mary, as well as Jesus and Mary Magdalene. I feel them standing behind you and on the sides of you, offering their hands and their hearts to share love. And I'm seeing, feeling, and sensing them putting their hands on your back or your heart or wherever they feel guided, and just offering this sacred love and support to you and your system. Just allow yourself to rest and receive this beautiful support. Allow your system to be restored to its sacred sovereignty. Allow that core wound to be healed and mended with true love. Allow it to pour into your whole body. Waves of beautiful love and color and light. You may even hear sound or see symbols. Just allow it to fill up every single cell. These never-ending waves of love are going to continue to fill you, and they're also going to continue to move down into your Earth star and connect up into your soul star. And again, just gently, with pure love, just help to dissolve any of the neglect or abuse or wounding or pain that your soul has experienced, and that it's no longer necessary for you to carry. It will also offer the results like a copy. You still receive all of your results, but the overflowing love can also move into your ancestral lines and future generations. Healing and repairing and closing out past lives is necessary. And allowing your true full connection to come online to your highest self and your full soul lineage in whatever ways your highest self deems perfect for you. I'm seeing this as like a golden grid opening up, moving into your soul star, and allowing you to connect deeper and stronger with your highest self. And as the Divine Father and Divine Mother and Sacred Masculine and Feminine support you with this loving energy, you may see or feel or sense or all of the above your own divine counterpart. If you would like, you can welcome them in now into your space. If they're not here already, but welcome them in to receive the support as well in a deeper way. I'm sensing a lot of movement and a lot of receiving, and I'm also sensing a few bits of frozen pockets still thawing. So we're just going to hold some space for that, but just allow your own personal experience to continue to unfold. I have this sense that any bits of resistance or places where we froze off or dissociated was connected with original fears, maybe some repressed angers, which would totally make sense because who wouldn't get mad at being imprisoned? We support those being able to shift and lift throughout all of the aspects. I'm almost feeling like I've been feeling like on the legs and the feet, they're almost like numb still. And I'm seeing like removing shackles off the ankles. If you see or sense any on your wrists or your neck or anywhere on your body, you can just envision or even taking those off, no longer agreeing, no longer allowing those in your space. Any places or spaces where you felt bogged down or trapped, suffocated. We're bringing in support to dissolve those. It's opening up more space into your earth connection. Good job. You guys are doing good. So much is shifting. I feel like you guys were majorly ready for this shift. Some of the old energetic membranes are dissolving and allowing your own energy to expand and feel safe. Seeing some of you coming into an alignment with your counterpart. You may also sense like a pulsing through the energies. Maybe even see infinity symbols forming within the chakras between the two of you as you balance and harmonize the energies deeper within yourself, but also within your connection. I haven't quite seen this before, but I'm seeing you each almost like in your own cosmic egg, cosmic bubble. That sacred space that is meant just for that sacred love, to be protected. It's a safe space where the connection has always been, even when it seemed dormant or wounded or broken. It was always there. It's this beautiful energy and feeling supported and connected, yet unbound and free at the same time. And you may find as any of the distortion clears, your energies begin to move and dance almost in a sacred spiral, kind of like the Kundalini energy or the spirals of the DNA. As your connection becomes free to return more solidly to its original intention of a harmonized and balanced masculine and feminine energy, both internally and externally. And if it's not quite fully all the way in the harmony that you would like at this moment, that is so okay. It's just part of bringing our awareness and our focus to this energy so that you can keep working with it. And where you feel that it might need support, you can work on that within yourself. And you'll notice over time that it'll shift and become more stable, more fluid, and more harmonious. Beautiful balance of those sacred principles, building an intuitive, creative, and logical into integration and harmony within your own heart. Because the inner is a reflection of the outer, like the microcosm to the macrocosm. What you work on within yourself, you work on within your connection, but you also work on with the planet, maybe even off planet, kind of like those nesting dolls. But you can just absorb this and work with it in a way that's perfect for you, and it'll continue to support and expand you and your connection. And I do feel very much that Saint Joseph, Mother Mary, Jesus, and Mary Magdalene want to continue to support this group. So as you continue to work with your connection, you can call on these energies for that support. They're showing me that they're acting like as our four pillars as we develop our own stronger and stronger within our own field. And you can continue to strengthen this energy and connection on your own or through connecting with this recording. Feel a bit more moving out as we've allowed ourselves to fill up and receive the support. It's allowing that dissolving to happen at a deeper level. One of the things that's clearing deeply Is anywhere we held back our voice or our creativity so that we can open up into our more full expression. We're feeling quite a bit of that moving on the feminine side, specifically the left side. But it feels like as that moves on the feminine side, it's going to open up on the masculine as well on the right. Wow. They're showing me that this group this evening has created its own new planetary grid to continue this work together. And apparently somebody outside agrees. Do you guys hear that? Hold on one second. That might be the building alarm system. Wow. It actually is. So I'm gonna be right back. Wow. Okay. Did we put the building? That's never happened. I apologize. that was fascinating. Apparently, this happened yesterday, but I wasn't here, so I didn't know that. Interesting. How's everybody doing? You can unmute if you would like. I feel kind of like perhaps the significance is that we're still supported even when there's a seeming emergency. This felt like I didn't feel scared, I felt supported. Just tuning back in, allowing yourself to feel your energy in your body in a whole new way. Feel the strength and the deeper connection to the earth, and the strength of your connection to your higher power, the support to your own inner power and essence as that sabotaging energy dissolves in our systems and in our external world. And sometimes things come back around, or they come up so that we can complete them. Not because we really have to relive them, kind of like the fire alarm, right? So over the next days and weeks, as things may come up, just allow them to continue to dissolve. We thank all of the energies that supported us today, the ancestors, our other aspects, our counterparts, the Divine Mother and Divine Father energies. We allow it all to stabilize in our systems, feeling it in your cells and your bones, in your muscles and your organs. You may find over the next day or two that it's helpful to have some gentle movement or walking as these parts of you thaw out and come back online, allowing for more and more of your higher energy, your soul energy to come forward. I thank each of you for coming and bringing your beautiful energy as we co-created the circle together.